Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with IRS. I worked there 10 years, a decade. I've been in private practice for 42 years, so I'm speaking to you as a voice of experience. It's important you listen what I have to say. See, Sammy wants an appearance fee. Boom. Nice job, Sammy. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about the abatement of IRS penalties and the truth and the reality of it. One of the sickening things that I see after working for IRS this long. By the way, I used to abate penalties and interest for IRS. I used to either approve or deny abatements when I worked there back in the day. So I'm just telling, there's a big fallacy out there. If you're going to call a company and they're going to say, hey, please take my case, can you abate penalties and interest? Well, the only way they're going to get your case if you say, yeah, we can abate penalties and interest. I say bullshit. You have to know that. I've done this too long. There's no magic wand for penalty abatements. Usually about 95% of the time you write your abatement claim in, put it on 843. 95% of the time, I'd say 98% of the time, those claims all go south and they come back to you and say, hey, we didn't get the abatement, but they got your money, didn't they? With the Rose Garden pitch, oh yeah, we can get those abated. We've got them abated for other people. It's hard to get penalty abatements through with IRS. So when I used to abate penalties and interest, I'd look at this. By the way, there's a whole guideline. It's in the Internal Revenue Manual. Matter of fact, if you go to my website at MD Sullivan LLC, you will actually find there's a penalty abatement section on there. You have to scroll down and look at the different topics down at the bottom. I've actually taken the Internal Revenue Manual and made it available for you, whether you know it, with how to write the letter. So the first thing you do is you look at the history of the taxpayer. If you've had this problem before, chances are, probably not going to accept this one. Does the timeline meet the problem? Does this one meet? Do you have documentation? Does it meet one of the criteria that I can abate that penalties and interest? Most penalty abatement cases wind up in appeals. It's how you write the letter, what you put in the letter, and what the documentation that you have. Do not believe the people out there that says they can abate your penalties and interest. You're going to be disappointed. You're going to lose money. You're going to lose hope that this penalty is going to be abated, and very rarely is it really ever abated. There's a whole myth about this, but there's a true reality. So I just want to let you know. So if you have a large penalty abatement you want us to look at, we don't do small work, we just can't, and especially in the penalty abatement, it's got to be pretty big. But I just want to let you know, don't hire companies that say they're going to abate your penalties, especially these big box firms that advertise. God forbid. I tell you the truth always. Give me a subscription. Thank you so much. I appreciate your ear today. Listen to my experience. Listen to my wisdom. Thank you.